Short video today. Good morning. Good morning. The other day, when I was having a pity party and having a sinus headache and all of that, I kind of OD'd on Tim Holtz makers videos, the people that make examples of the products that he does at Halloween and Christmas. And then I'm like, I'm doing that. I am doing that with my own products. I am doing that. And then I get like 20 minutes into it and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not that good. Oh yeah, his products are really great. Oh yeah, but I want to use my own. But his products are really great, and I don't want mine to look like everybody else's. Which, even as great as they are, as fantastically great as they are, they're all using the same 30 objects. Granted, there's like 30 of them, but you know, you know. And then I'm like, Halloween is coming. I'm so ready to do Halloween. This happens to me every year. That I'm like, wait a minute. If you start now, you're going to be Halloweened out before Halloween gets here. And then what are you going to do on October 7th? I don't know. I'm going to be like, I'm tired of this. But all of that to say, this is not my Fruit Loops box, and it expired in 2022, so it was like from 2021 in my defense. And I put it on the wrong way, I know. But anyhow, so I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can make some crazy combination of a Dina Wakley ledger journal, which I absolutely love her flip through, where she takes it and puts different sizes on things and different edges on things and different flip-flop thingies and tip-ins everywhere and belly bands or whatever they're called. And then I see Louisa Heinzel, I think I'm saying that right. I'm not sure if I am saying it wrong. I apologize. Who's in Germany or Austria, somewhere in Europe, and works for Tim Holtz on his design team. And I mean, the amount of layers upon everything that she does is incredible. And I'm like, but is she really having to use a Fruit Loops box? I doubt it. They have products. I have the actual folders that they use a lot in their books in air quotes, but I'm like, I don't want to use it yet. I just don't want to use it yet. I'm hoarding it for a while. I really want to see if I can do something on my own in a traveler's notebook size. Can I do this with a Fruit Loops box and some cardstock and ghost paper that the printer keeps printing? Can I do this and some double-sided tape? I can try. I can try. I can try. So this is me trying. And I'm going to do something with it for the month of September, which is going to help me practice for the month of October. But it's Halloween adjacent. So hopefully I won't be over the whole Halloween topic by October 7th. And I do have my Halloween topic. I have it. Thanks to some input from somebody else. But all of that will be revealed in good time. This packing tape, duct tape is so strong, it was hard to even unroll it. But I'm trying to strengthen the spine and prep for whatever happens to it. And I know the binding that I use, which is one of my absolute favorites, is not completely foolproof at all. So now I realize I put the Fruit Loops box on the wrong side, so now I got to cover all that up. So get out the black paint. The black paint doesn't exactly stick to that slick surface on the Fruit Loops box. But that's all part of the grunge. That's all part of the process. That's all part of the learning curve. That's all part of the whole shebang. And today is a short video because this was over an hour and a half. But I can't talk you through all of this because it's the same stuff I've done 100 times. Yes, I'm covered in paint. Yes, I'm covered in grunge already because I started some of this the night before. And I had already grunged myself up. And so there's just a lot going on in my head. My head is popping. This happens every once in a while. I'm sure it happens to real artists where you're like, you have these lulls of maybe one or two ideas, and then you have a lull, a period of time where you have 2,700 ideas, and you only have time to do one at a time. You only want to do one at a time. You want to have them all turn out perfectly. I don't know if they will or not. I don't know if I have 2,700 lifetimes left that I can do 2,700 more projects. Um, the whole kit and caboodle is going through my head in the last like 72 hours. Ever since that sinus headache, something happened to me during that sinus headache. I blame it on Hurricane Aaron. And if you're caught in Hurricane Aaron stuff, please be careful. The Outer Banks looks like they lost some of their banks. That's what happens when you build these gorgeous houses on sand spits. Um, Anyhow, so they don't deserve destruction. I know that. I say that with all my heart. Anyhow, and the governor had to pre-arrange everything because parts of North Carolina still don't have help from Hurricane Helene last year because of their political persuasion. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. You can't deny any of that. Anyhow, that has nothing here nor there to do with this project, nor do I want it to creep into this project. Um, but it's hard when you wake up every morning and you're like, you got to be kidding me. How can it get any worse every morning? You got to be kidding me. It can't get any worse. Anyhow, double-sided tape is my friend here trying to strengthen the bones of this project as much as I can starting off. Um, I'm adding tip-ins. I'm adding curved tip-ins. I'm adding a trifold tip-in. I'm adding, I guess, just regular tip-ins. And I'm just trying to start off with as much chaos as possible. I think I hit that mark. Um, there's a couple places where I didn't put anything, but that leaves room for additions. I'm not a belly band person, but we're going to try it. We're going to try it because Tim Holtz people did it. So if they can do it, I can do it, training or no training. But I do have repetition of practice here in my favor. So I don't know where all this is going to, well, I do know I know where the story is leading because I have the story already. And do I need a story? No. My brain works better with a prompt list, whether that's in an entire story or I broke it down to prompts or someone else's prompts. My creativity works well with stories. Um, and so to the point where if I don't have a story in mind or working on a story, I'm kind of stuck. And I get stuck in everything. And I think that, that's what happened with Van Gogh. If they were stuck, and they just start drinking. And then, problems ensued from there. Now, if you're stuck, you just go to YouTube and then you get lost in someone like Tim Holtz or Louisa Heinzel, I think is how you say her name, or any of the other makers for Tim Holtz. They're all incredible, all of them incredible. And it's like, okay, you're not drunk. You have no tolerance for alcohol anyhow. What are you going to do here? You just start gluing pieces of paper together and you get unstuck, theoretically. But it does go through my head, when these guys ran into these kind of issues, when they had maybe too much going on in their mind or not enough going on in their mind. I mean, Van Gogh, they drank or they went crazy and they started, chopping their ears off. Not to the chopping my ear off stage at all. But it's you got to stop and wonder, what did they do in times like this where you're like either stuck with too much in your head or stuck with not anything in your head. That goes, is it normal for that to go through my head? I don't know, but it does. Um so anyhow, I am taking scraps of paper that I painted, cleaned off paintbrushes, just whatever's laying right here, and adding it to this journal just so that it's not white. I like that process, and it's relaxing for me, and it doesn't necessarily ever have to be in the finished product of whenever I get to that certain page. But it does give me color to bounce off of, and it gives me, um, I'm not staring at white, I guess is the whole kit and caboodle of the topic. I'm not staring at white. But a blank surface. I need color to spur me on, and I need a prompt list. That's what I have learned in doing these videos for 7 years, day in and day out almost. And I am a color person. I need a prompt list, and I don't like white space. However, Dina Wakley taught me that a little white space is okay. And I am becoming more and more of an advocate of that. Sometimes it's hard, and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't leave any white space. Oh well, not today. Not today, Satan. But anyhow, my husband's phone is ringing like twice in a row here. Oh, they're zooming and his phone is ringing. Okay, sorry, sidetrack. Anyhow, these are just tempera paint sticks and Stabilo woodies. Just another way to create color. Will it stay? I don't know. Will it be part of it? I don't know. But it was fun, and that's all I care about on days like this, where I'm putting together a book, getting ready for a prompt list that I already have in my head, and trying to be Halloween adjacent, but not Halloween in your face, because I need to hold myself back. This is me holding myself back. Anyhow, short video today, but it was fun. It was fun. I have a book. I'm ready to go. Let's see what happens tomorrow. You never know. You never know. But anyhow, thanks for watching. As always, as always, as always, thanks for watching. Got a little color in here. Doing good. Ready to go. Halloween adjacent. Thanks for watching. Bye.